What's up guys, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7 here with a little bit of a different video. I want to try FPV and RC car, and you would have seen previously that I had the HBX where I changed the servo out in it, and I thought that would be a pretty cool car for an FPV platform because it has like it's got a 1/7 scale and it has like a little cockpit inside which makes it look kind of realistic if you put like an FPV camera in there. And that's that car right there, HBX T6 buggy. So I changed the servo, it's up and running now. So I needed a camera and a transmitter. Well, lucky me, I have it right here. Now I got, can't see here, but the RunCam Split 2. It is a 1080p 60 frames a second camera that is records onto an SD card or micro SD card they actually put in the board. So that's my camera. And also I have a Turbowing 2000 milliwatt or 2-watt transmitter, so that would be more than enough. On a drone obviously that's a bit too heavy, but for this big ass car I couldn't care less, so the weight of it is not going to be a problem. So two of the main ingredients are right here. Now for all you guys playing at home that might just be interested in cars, this is what I'm talking about. This guy here, if that's in focus, my noggin's not in focus, is the transmitter. So that's going to transmit the image from the camera from here to the receiver, which would either be like an FPV goggles or which I have is a little monitor that has diversity, so it picks up a good signal. It has two antennas, basically two internal antennas that picks up the best signal to give you the best reception on the monitor or on your goggles. So this guy here is a 2000 milliwatt or 2-watt. As you can see, it's nice. It's all aluminium design, all aluminium casing, has a nice little fan here to keep everything in check, and it does also come with it does come with this wiring harness, but you need to wire it to fit to the actual RunCam because a lot of scratching my head to figure out how I got it to work, because as you notice it has a little fan here like I mentioned to keep it all cool, because at 2000 milliwatt it does get pretty hot. The front here you can select your band and your channel, there we go there, and you also need to supply your own antenna, so that's one thing to take note of. So I needed to do some hackery there, as you can see, to get it to work, because obviously you have your video, stop focusing on my head, so you got your video positive and negative to the camera, so that you need to supply that, and that obviously comes from here as well. So as you can see, you guys might be wanting to do this at home as well, so I can teach you a little bit. So there is the, if you can pause that if you really want to, so it doesn't come like this from the factory, so you need to do a little bit of a hack job. The one you leave is the power, so there's your power, because this can go I think all the way up to 4 cell LiPo, which the main thing is you got to make sure that your camera can support that as well, because let me get my little spec sheet here. The working voltage for the transmitter is 7 to 28 volts, so that's a fair bit more than you need. So you can run 3 cell LiPo on that, it'll be perfect. And the working voltage, yep, and the working current is 900 milliamp at 12 volts. So you do get a little instruction manual in the kit, but no wiring diagram. You've got to make sure, like I mentioned, this might be able to take 3 to 4 cell. You've got to make sure your camera can as well. And the input for the RunCam is 5 to 15 volts. So that's a 4 cell, as you don't charge them at high voltage. So a 4 cell, but 3 cell I'll be using on this, which will be no problem. I've got a fair few LiPos, 3 cell, which fairly large milliamp or large capacity to run it for a fair amount of time. So there we go. That is the little wiring diagram. If you want, basically you've got to cut off, you've got to split it, you need to get power, because the power's going to this, and the power's going to be diverted from this to the camera. So you need to do a little bit of splicing, just like that. No big deal. I guess a lot of you guys who are into FPV drones and stuff like that, this will be a piece of cake for you. Like I mentioned, the power wire, this one right here with the JST connector, you don't touch at all. Basically there's one from the fan that you need to snip, and you kind of just share that around. But yeah, that's all it is. It's hard to explain. but there's nothing to it. A bit spaghetti, looks a bit spaghetti wiring, but all heat shrinks there, so nothing's going to touch. End of the day, you want power and you need these 3 cables going to the camera, because otherwise it's not going to get video and it's not going to, or signal, and it's not going to get any power to it. This guy here has got its own micro SD slot, and that is just under here. It's like a, you've got to take off this little door, put it in there and close it back up again, which is nice. It's very secure. Has 2 different ports here. It's got Wi-Fi and all that kind of good stuff. There's many much better reviewers than me that have done a proper job with the RunCam, because a lot of these guys won't use it on an RC car, use it on a drone. So this is kind of unique. Haven't seen it done before, but the main thing I wanted it for, it records in, it's got audio and it records 1080p at 30, but what I like it is at 1080p at 60 frames a second. So for a little camera this size, you know, it's pretty impressive. So that's all I wanted it for. If you want to go check out these, like always, these 2 are from Gearbest. So if you want to go check out them, links are in the description, go check it out. The Turbowing transmitter and the RunCam 2 Wi-Fi. Yeah, look, I can get into more detail, unbox it and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's... The RunCam does come with a few extra cables. It's got a little Wi-Fi module in there, I haven't taken it out, but it comes with your brackets, extra cables, all that kind of good stuff in there. Mainly aimed at quad market, but hey, I want to think outside the box and just try something different. We'll see how we go. So this is the car. I know the audio will be a little bit crap, but here it is. Car's everywhere. Alright, if you're still with me, happy days. If not, cool. Now here is HBX T6. As you can see, it's very unique buggy, but why I liked it is because of that, as you can see there, steering wheel and dashboard, and it's got seats and stuff. So I was thinking, you know, mounting the camera here, kind of where this guy's head is, out this way, to give you kind of a good driver's perspective, and maybe even put a little servo on this so you can turn left and right when you turn left and right on the steering wheel, on the transmitter. Just reverse it, get like a Y splitter into the receiver, and that should be able to do the job pretty easily. Okay, now just so I can show you this perspective on roughly what we can see with this, here's a little small LiPo that I can just power it off. It's a, well, what is it? It's just a 7.4 volt LiPo. Nothing fancy, but it will do the job just to power this up. And there we can see, because this does get hot. And I don't think I mentioned it, but if you have these transmitters, never ever turn them on without the antenna, because yeah, bad pixies can happen and things can blow up and magic smoke can appear very easily. So yeah, I'll just turn that on there, and as you can see, there's your lights, everything's working. It does have 2 buttons. You've got a Wi-Fi button, on and off button there as well. But let me just, I think that's the on and off button here. Yep, that's the on and off button there. So let me power up this guy. So this is my FPV monitor, and the good thing about this guy, it also does have DVR. So what DVR is, it records the footage that you're seeing at the time of the FPV, like with the glasses. So you'll see static, dropouts, all that kind of stuff. The board in here, or the card in here, will record the raw footage. So no breakup, nothing like that, just a complete raw footage. So power this guy on. As you can see, it's got some snow happening there. Now, if we turn on, that, there we go. If we turn on the unit there, as you can see, there is the FPV image. How are you going there? So how are you going, partner? So as you can see, there is my image. Everything looks pretty cool. So it might be a little bit hard to see under the light, but if I kind of put this here, just for the meantime, and I kind of roughly position this guy, hope it was upside down, hope it the right way around. But doesn't that look pretty cool? So if I kind of position the RunCam here, imagine if you turn the left, turning left and right when you're driving. I think that look pretty cool. And also if you can put a servo on that steering wheel, so when you're turning left, it turns left and right, etc. And also the RunCam. That looks pretty cool, eh? So if you put that kind of there, you kind of see the dashboard. It does look pretty realistic from this point of view. So yeah, that's my idea anyway. Let me know what you guys think, but yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. And that's why I thought this guy would be a good candidate for FPV instead of using the Traxxas UDR. But that's what I think it's going to happen. And the good thing about it, this car is very big. As you can see, it's kind of like 1/7 car. So, but I did check out this transmitter. It's 2000 milliwatt or 2 watt. It does have pretty good penetration, even though it's 5.8 gigahertz. Obviously, the lower gigahertz, like if you get into FM range, it'll penetrate walls and stuff much easier, less breakup. But when you have that much power, it does overcome that slightly. And yeah, look at that little inspection camera. And I have seen the footage from this, that this captures the raw footage on the micro SD card, and it's pretty impressive, I must admit. Well, obviously, you're not going to get what you see here is only going to be like 480p or whatever the resolution for the FPVs. But yeah, pretty cool, eh? I just think this is, you know, something different. It's been done before. Obviously, I'm not the first one to do it. I just want to give it a go. And yeah, there we go. So that's my test platform. Let me know any hints or tips. Leave them in the description. It'll be helpful. But I think it's pretty cool starting point. Obviously, I think I mention this guy gets pretty hot, obviously. So you got to make sure, you know, that fan's always running. That's important. But here is my concoction. Last time I'll show it to you. Good thing about when you get this RunCam, it does also include another cable from the camera to the main board here. So it does include a longer cable. So if you do break it, at least you have a spare one. Or if this isn't long enough, you can use a longer one to access. So you need to undo these four screws to put it on there. But that's pretty much it. Sorry. Pretty simple setup. That's the main guts, but that's the guts number one. That's the part that you need to capture the video and transmit it to this guy, so you can see where you're going. So you can leave it, put maybe a bracket onto your remote control, your transmitter, or have a little tripod for this, because it does have the basic style connector at the bottom there. So you can put that on the tripod and just have fun watching where you're going. I mentioned before diversity. As you can see, it has two antennas. You have a triple feed patch antenna here, and you have a omnidirectional antenna. So this one's kind of direct. This one's kind of for when you're pointing, it'll kind of gives out a beam to the to what you're pointing at, or the car, or the drone, or whatever it is. This one's kind of all the way around omnidirectional, so it's like a big circle around you. So that's why using this is beneficial. So it gives you two different styles of antenna. So anyway, a lot of you FPV guys know what I'm talking about, but a lot of you car guys might not know what I'm talking about. So let's just turn this guy off. As you can see, instantly turn it off and the image goes dead. That's what I wanted to show you for this video. Didn't want to make it too long, just wanted to show you my, just pitch my idea and let me know what you guys think. I need to get a couple of small servos and kind of have a little spot here to mount everything. I think I need to 3D print something up where I can hold all this together, hold that all together, all these two boards anyway, but not too close because they do get fairly hot. Maybe get all this wiring a little bit neater. Kind of have a little spot for that, and a spot for the camera as well. But I think that'll be my next video. 3D print kind of like a mount and find exactly where I'm going to position that, because I want a bit of a flexibility, you know. I'll get the servo and maybe I can work back from there. So yeah, pretty interesting. So guys, hope you enjoyed part one for this FPV adventure. Have any tips and tricks, please leave them down below. I'm a novice at this. Obviously I've had drones and stuff like that before, but I just wanted to try something different. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. And have fun doing it. Well, that's the main thing. If you want to go check out those Turbowing and the RunCam, links in the description. They're from Gearbest. If you haven't, please like the video or dislike it, whatever you like. If you haven't, please subscribe, hit that little notification bell so you get notified when I pop up videos, because sometimes if you don't hit that notification bell, I upload a video, you don't get that little ding, you might not know that I've uploaded it. So that's it. Any questions, please leave them down below. But Steve here, hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.